The struggle is real. The struggle is real. How can we be better leaders? Are you sitting at home thinking about, man, Monday's coming and I don't know what I'm going to do? Are you trying to figure out, how do I communicate what I'm thinking up here to the people on my team and actually get them to execute on it? Are you trying to find out your voice in the presentation as you try to communicate your thoughts to executives or gatekeepers or clients? Oh my gosh, I keep trying to tell this person on my team to be able to do X, but they keep doing Y, and I don't understand why. Are you trying to understand what does it take to be a better leader today in a world full of opinions, social media, and AI? How can I be the AI manifestation of the best leader that I can be? I see this thing called the Bible, and I've got a relationship with God, and I read it, but I don't see, how do I take what I'm reading in the Bible and apply it in my life practically as I try to be the best leader I can be? Am I dealing with imposter syndrome? Are you waking up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning with anxiety and worry, and your pillow's wet, and your mind is racing through scenarios of failures or traumatic events that happened in your past? And you're asking yourself, how am I ever going to be able to be the leader that God has called me to be? Have you ever looked to your left or to your right or somebody's reel or somebody's social media, and you say to yourself, wow, look at them. They are the leader that God has called them to be. Man, how awesome must that be? When I pale in comparison to the leaders that are out there in this world. Are you comparing yourself to others? Another question. Why did God create me? And am I doing everything I can to be the leader that I'm called to be? I just had a huge failure. Nobody's going to believe me or trust me or have confidence in me to lead. What do I do now? Or you just had a huge personal trial come up, and it's weighing down in your mind. What are the leadership tools and techniques that are going to allow me to be able to turn it on when I walk in the door at work, or when I walk on the field at the game, or when I walk on stage for the performance, or when I step on the lectern for the sermon? What's the thing I've got to be able to turn on here that's going to help me be able to put what happened in the past behind and help me step into the calling that God has for me? I've had thoughts of ending it all. just totally exiting the game because I don't think that I have been making an impact. And now the thoughts have become overwhelming in my mind, and I think it's time for me to exit stage. Is there still time for me to make an impact as a leader? Did God really call me and give me a purpose? What are some things that can help me do what God has me to do? Are you dealing with low motivation, lack of inspiration, doubting thoughts, depression? Have you lost a lot for a long time and now you're having trouble seizing your next because of your yesterday? You can be a leader, a great leader. You actually can, if you would believe it. Why do you not believe it? Are you worried about your looks, your aesthetics? Or do you feel that you've reached an age that it's too far, you're too far gone, and you're too old, right? Or you're too young, or you don't have the right look? But you can be a great leader just the way that you are. Let me show you how. Are you insecure? Or are you overly confident and you don't understand why no one is listening to you on your team and why when you try to lead, it's not working? Have you embraced that people are actually all different and from different walks of life and have different personality styles and different leadership styles, and trying to figure out how in the world does my leadership style work well with others? Well, I've got something for you. Have you asked yourself, what is my calling? What's my reason for my presence and creation here on earth? Why was I made? And am I aligned in it? Am I in the place that God has me to be? Am I stuttering or using filler words or not able to have vocal variety or be able to vividly attract people's attention as I try to have influence on my team members at work or in ministry or on the job or at school or on the field? Are you asking yourself, how do I lead in high stress environments when the stakes are high and there's so much to lose and we're operating beyond where we can even see for ourselves? How do I lead in situations like this? What do I do when I've led the team this far and I'm scared that what happens if I fail? What will I do? How do I lead through the risk of failure? I want to do something great, but my teammates, all they want to do is hate. How do I get them to participate so I can make the date? That almost rhymed. That would have been really awesome. All done.